Exciting news, I'm gonna be taking you guys along for the journey through.
If I keep on going and I keep on moving, I know things will change. If I persevere and I keep pursuing things, they gotta change.
Hey, welcome to my channel. It's me. Can I start saying that? It's me. So exciting news. I'm gonna be taking you guys along for the journey through seminary with me. I had seen one other person on YouTube do this, but I'm just like, this is about to be a crazy ride. So I decided I would just film this. Since my undergrad years, I remember telling one of my friends, I was like, if I ever go back to school, it would be for seminary. So, you know, God brings things full circle. But y'all, it's crazy. I applied and I was like, God, I don't know if this is you or not. Still kind of, you know, like doubting. But I'm like, if this is you, I'm gonna get in. If it's not you, I'm not gonna get in. So I did my research on several schools, and then I ended up applying, and I got in, and I'm like, okay, God, here we go. I imagine that this journey will have ups and downs. I feel like I have seen, you know, both so far. But also wanted to just like show like the real aspect of it. Like, I'm going on my lunch break to get books. I would just really enjoy like chilling, but I'm gonna go get my books on my lunch break, and I'm sure it'll be just like, you know, give and take with my schedule, but nothing is perfect. Maybe doing homework on your lunch break, or you may just be doing whatever it is. But this journey is gonna be all my own. Here's to the journey through seminary. This is so crazy. On the way to class now, I got the books. I feel like that was kind of like I think I told you guys about like how the alumni had gave us like a book credit. I'll have to come back and talk about that later. Right now I'm on my way to class, and I just feel like I don't necessarily know if this is just like an effect of living in a fallen world, or this is just flat out the enemy. I can't tell you which one it is, but what I can say, I feel like my joy has tried to be snubbed so many times today. There was so many things, and then I was reminded, like I said, I don't know if this is just like a day where life is just, it is what it is, or this is the enemy. I can't tell which one it is, but I will say it reminded me of how we were having like our first our orientation, and one of the ladies on the call, the Zoom call orientation thing, she was like, oh, be prepared to face warfare. And I'm like, I ain't trying to say everything is warfare, but today has been like thing, and not just today, low-key this week, pieces of it have been coming for me day after day, different days, and it just feels like today was an extension of that. But I'm on my way to class, first class in person. I'm definitely gonna be late because it takes forever to get anywhere in Dallas because everything is so far and there's so much traffic. So there's that. So not great on me that I'll be late my first time, but I'm trying to just not great. Anyway, I will say though, I'm excited for class. My professor is like he's a really good teacher and speaker. He really just says simple stuff, and it just really gets me. So I may try to sneak and record parts of class, and not like anybody's face or anything, but just so y'all can at least hear what he's talking about, because I just be like, this is good. But I think I'm also in my this is good era, if the word is hitting. So there's that, but I'm excited. Hopefully, you know, it goes well. Prayerfully it goes well. And I will try to insert a little sound bite or something from class here. Okay, so this is day 2 of class. Day 2 is really good as well. I think I've only been here 2 days, and I feel like I'm learning so much about the Bible. One thing I wanted to tell y'all that I learned from class, which was so interesting, is my professor is from Colorado. So he was talking about the Bible verse that mentioned how God, this was Jesus, how Jesus was saying like, you're neither cold nor hot. So I'll spit you out of my mouth because you're lukewarm. That's not the exact phrasing of it, but Jesus talks about lukewarmness and how he'll spit you out of his mouth. So the professor is from Colorado, right? And they have like a spring thing where I think initially when the water flows through the spring, it's like super hot. So that will be referring to like the hot portion of that verse. And once it flows through, I forgot the name of what he said, but once it flows through some type of channel, it cools down some, but it becomes lukewarm. And when you drink it, he said that he's tasted it and it's disgusting. So I was just like, wow, to have a real life reference to the hot or cold verse was crazy. But that wasn't even the craziest part. He was saying that we assume the cold part is bad and the hot part is good, but he says like both. Well, he was saying that both parts, like the cold and the hot, are both good. What's bad is the lukewarmness. So the fact that they're two opposite ends of the extreme. Cold water serves its purpose and hot water serves its purpose, but lukewarm water is just, that's the bad thing. Not the hot water, not the cold water. The lukewarm part is what's bad because it serves like pretty much no purpose. And I was just like, that is good. So second day was good.
No matter if the lights go out or the stars come down, I will always be right here. I don't care if no one else around, I'll hold you down.
Since this is like a seminary journey video, I just thought I would be kind of a little bit honest about, this is not my first week in seminary, but this was my first week having the in-person classes. So overall, it was like a really great experience being able to have in-person classes because I've been doing everything online. So, you know, like seeing people in person was super cool and I enjoyed that. But I had a long week. So I worked Monday through Thursday, and then Thursday after work. So there was no break really in between work and school other than me just driving there. But driving is work. So I got there late, and when I got back home, the place that we met up for school wasn't actually at the school's campus. It was at a local church. It took me an hour pretty much to get from my job to Fort Worth, and then a little bit over an hour to get from Fort Worth back home. So when I got home, it was like really late and I was exhausted, and I don't think I considered how taxing it was gonna be to, and this is just me being honest, this is the first time that I've said this out loud. I don't think I realized how taxing on my mind and my body that seminary was gonna be. When I got to Sunday, y'all, when I tell you, I went to sleep Saturday night and I woke up and it was 11 a.m. 11 a.m. like, and I was still in bed, was still not dressed, and still had so much stuff to do for school, so many assignments, because the days that I was pretty much gone all day took away the time or hours I could have dedicated to getting actual homework done for school because I had those in-person lectures. So it was just a lot. So I woke up today, it was 11 a.m. and I just like, I couldn't physically be there because I couldn't physically be there because of timing. And then also I was not even ready. Like it would have taken me way longer to get ready, to get dressed, to get myself in gear to get there. So I just had to watch it online. I'm saying all of this to say I'm seeing I'm drawing the parallel between what the author is talking about in this article versus what I'm going through. Because I think I'm just now starting to see for real, like how much and how big of a commitment school is going to be. It was interesting too, because I looked at one of my classes and the assignment was to read 124 pages. And it's just like, this is a job within a job. I've been here all day on Sunday trying to figure out like, what stuff did I like lag in that I need to catch back up on? What did I need to read? So I'm just starting to realize like this is a huge commitment, and I think there are some things, and I feel like I kind of already knew and was trying to adjust on what I could and couldn't do, but this is legit a commitment. And I think because I'm an internal processor, sometimes things hit me a little bit differently, but it's just like reading this, knowing that this probably will be a season that I'm not able to be everywhere. This will be a season where I am gonna be missing out on stuff. This is just some kind of like random thoughts that I have based off of the article, but let me know what your thoughts are if you've gone to seminary, how you balance like work, school, church, friends, family. Give us some tips in the comments. What a week. Okay, so it has been a minute since I've done or recorded anything from school, but I just really had to leave a clip or two in here of this guy He is coming for my neck. You know, it's good. But I'm gonna play this and let y'all hear what he's talking about. This man has just been, I don't know how you say, like when somebody's like hitting the nail on the head, but like in a churchy way. That's him. So I'm just gonna let this play because I'm a little speechless right now.
It's so bad, and I would write them out by hand because it helped with memorization. And then I got here and would read like 50 books a semester, and it destroyed my devotional life, just killed it. And I don't know if any of you've ever felt that. Where I started to do that thing where it seems sad for me to have to tell seminary students, cultivate a vibrant devotional life, but you've done that, where you just open up the text and you start going, oh, I'm going to break that down. There's a participle built off that. Okay, ooh, that. You're working on the text, but it's not working on you. And you're breaking it down for somebody else. And I realized I'm letting me work on the text, so I'm not letting the text work on me. So in seminary, I got different colored pens, and I would write out the verses in one color. I would write out observations in a different color, and then I would write out Ben's emotional response in another color. Because if that color never made it on the page, I realized I wasn't being honest. And so I had to have a Ben's emotions pen, which sounds so silly, but I did. They were green and they were blue. The green were what commentators wrote. The blue was Ben's feelings, because I used the colors from Star Wars. The older Jedis had green, and the young ones had blue. And it was just a psychological humbling of myself.
It is now months and months later. And I have talked 0% about school. If I'm just being 100% honest, school has been taking me out. I think I mentally checked out. My brain I just checked out for a little bit. But I'm back and I'm going over watching some of my lectures right now. And I just wanted to encourage you, if you're in seminary and you're going through a season, I'm saying this as if I really have been in this school for like 5 years. This is literally my first semester. But I can't even talk. You go through so much from semester to semester, and I'm sure I'm not the only person. But especially when you're working and trying to balance life too, it's just a lot. I don't have a good balance, to be honest with you. I was kind of getting down on myself because I thought by now, because this is what I started in August, it's now November. I'm like 3 months in, and I assumed that I would just, have everything down packed. I had the schedule written down, all of that stuff. Here we are making this video. So I do not have life figured out, nor do I have seminary to figure it out. But it has been great. I think out of the 2 classes that I'm in, I would say hermeneutics is my favorite. Theology has been a little bit harder to get into. I don't know if it's just because they have like a whole bunch of different terms and terminology that I'm not really familiar with. I don't know if that's it, but that class has been a little bit harder for me, whereas hermeneutics has been like more of a fun class in my opinion. But everybody's different. So far, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about the stretching and the pressing part. But there has been a lot of good moments. I went to class in person, and I kind of showed you guys a little bit of the whatever I could get, or whatever I scrummaged. I don't think that's right. Whatever I worked so hard right now. Whatever I could put together, I put it in there. But that was by far has been the highlight of seminary for me so far. So I should probably get back to watching these lectures, and then I still have to do watch all of my chapel videos before the semester is over, and it's almost over. So bye.
I prayed for success, this comes with it.